Now today we will be discussing monopolistic competition as one of the market structure. In the last week we have already started the chapter of forms of market, and already the two forms of market, that is perfect competition and monopoly, were given in the lesson plans. Monopolistic competition, it is a third form of market, and today I will be explaining that. Already I have given the notes in the lesson plan. Now, what is monopolistic competition? It is a form of market structure in which there are a relatively large number of sellers of a particular product, but each seller sells somewhat differentiated product. Okay, in perfect competition, what we saw, large number of buyers and sellers. In monopoly we saw single seller, but here you see there are fairly large number of sellers, and the product which this market is selling is differentiated product. In perfect competition we saw homogeneous product. In monopoly we saw product which has got no close substitutes, but here differentiated product. What is differentiated product? When we will go through the features, we will be dealing with. Now the first feature is, you see, large number of buyers and sellers. You have seen that in perfect competition there are large number of sellers, so very large that each seller constitutes a very small proportion of the total supply. But here you see the sellers are fairly large, so each seller has some control or little bit control on the supply of the commodity. If it has control on the supply of the commodity, what will happen? It can set its own price. In perfect competition you saw price the sellers has to accept. That is price taker. Monopoly, single seller, so he is a price setter. Here also you see, because in the monopolistic competitive market, each seller constitutes some proportion of the total supply, so he is also a price setter. But you see, every firm can reasonably assume that any action on its part will affect the rival firms so insignificantly that it need not bother about the reactions of the rival firms. Okay, so you see the price which the firm is setting, it is not the administered price. You know, administered price is set by the market forces of demand and supply. Clear? But what happens to the buyers? Buyers are large. So buyers cannot influence the demand and hence cannot influence the price. Buyers has to accept the price. So buyers are price taker, but sellers are price setter. Okay. Now come to the second feature, that is differentiated product. In this market, differentiated product is sold. Now what is differentiated product? Here, differentiated product means products are similar but are not entirely identical. They are substitutes for each other but are only close substitutes, not perfect substitutes. The products are not homogeneous, but they are not altogether different also. They are similar enough to be regarded as the same commodity, but are sufficiently different so that consumers tend to regard them different from each other. Now this product differentiation is of two types. First, physical characteristics. Products differ in physical characteristics. such as the physical and chemical components of the product, difference in quality, size, weight, design, color, etc. Difference in packing. For instance, you see the components of different cold drinks may differ. And the second type of differentiation is on the basis of the conditions surrounding the sale of the product. These conditions surrounding sale of the product relate to the location of the seller, his reputation, efficiency, courtesy, trustworthiness, credit facility, etc. For instance, we may be willing to pay a little more to a seller who stays in the neighborhood for any particular commodity. But if the seller is located, same commodity if we get in a distant place, we will not take. This type of differentiation is known as differentiations based on the conditions surrounding the sale of the product. Again, we see that monopolistic competition, in monopolistic competition, there is monopoly in the brand, but competition from the rival sellers in selling the close substitutes of the product. For example, you see Colgate toothpaste. The firms who are selling Colgate toothpaste, they are monopoly in their brand, but they will be in competition with the other firms who are selling different brands of toothpaste like Pepsodent, Forhands, etc. So monopolistic competition means there is monopoly in the brand but competition from its rival sellers selling the same type of products. Then the next is free entry and exit. You have already studied what is free entry and exit in perfect competition. That means no legal restrictions. No legal restrictions. In monopoly you saw closed entry, there is legal restriction. So in perfect competition you saw because there are no legal restrictions, the firms are incurring normal profit in the long run. So also here there are no legal restrictions in entering or leaving the industry. So same implication. Whenever the existing firms are earning supernormal profit, other firms are coming to the industry. Supply is increasing. If the supply increases, what happens? Price decreases. Profit share of the existing firm decreases. How long it will decrease? So long as the firm is incurring normal profit. Similarly, if it incurs losses, it will leave the industry. If it leaves the industry, what will happen? Demand will increase, supply will decrease. And as a result, what will happen? Prices will increase. If the prices increase, profit share of the existing firm will increase. So how long it will increase? So long as all the firms are incurring normal profit. So you see, normal profit in the long run is the implication, same as perfect competition. After that, a very, very important thing is sales promotion. This you haven't got in the two markets, but here you will be getting sales promotion. And what is that? A typical firm under monopolistic competition is engaged in promoting the sale of its product through various sales promotion measures. What are the various sales promotion measures? Persuasive advertisement like advertisement in newspapers, TV commercials, etc. They may take the form of door-to-door campaign, offering discounts, etc. And why they are incurring this selling cost? Because they want to lure away the consumers from other brands by persuading them to buy his or her brand rather than other brands. And this sales promotion measures gives rise to selling cost. Selling cost is the expenditure incurred by a firm to promote the sale of its product, not the cost of the product. Promote the sale of its product. This is a very important point over here. And after that, non-price competition. Non-price competition means that it competes with each other. Firms compete with each other not only by price cutting but also on the basis of non-price competition, that is producing differentiated products, incurring advertisement costs, etc. Clear? So you see, these are the characteristics of monopolistic competition: large number of buyers and sellers, product differentiation, free entry and exit, sales promotion, non-price competition. 7 or 8 marks question can come on the features. The first 4 features you have to explain. The first 4 features as given in the lesson plan. And separate question, that is question can come in 2 marks. What is selling cost? What do you mean by self-promotion measures? Or on free entry and exit? Or why the firms are price setter. Clear? So this is for today.